This video gives you an overview of the oral exam in the Abitur in general and introduces the specifics when taken in English. Form and procedure of the examination are regulated in the AV-Prüfung from 2019. For English, they are specified in Annex 1a. An oral exam can be taken regularly as the fourth exam subject if English was taken as a basic course, or as an additional exam to change the grade if an advanced course was taken in English or the basic course subject was chosen as the third exam subject, that means the written exam. In any case, the examination is an individual exam which is taken in the English language. A switch to German or another language is only made if immediate explanation is necessary to enable the continuation of the examination. The examination consists of two parts in which the examinee is first expected to give an approximately 5-minute presentation on the topic based on the material and the task in each part of the examination, followed by an in-depth discussion on the content. Each part of the examination refers to one semester topic. One of them is mandatory Q4, currently the impact of the media on society. The second is chosen by the examinee. Since the semester topics in English do not build progressively on each other, a choice according to personal interests is possible here. If necessary, it should be considered that the last 2 semesters may have remained fresher in the memory due to the shorter time interval to the exams. The semester topics are therefore both known to the examinee beforehand, so that targeted preparation is possible. The oral exams in the Abitur are always decentralized. That means your teacher prepares 2 assignments especially for you. The first one is more knowledge and material based, whereas the second one is more discussion oriented. The 2 tasks will be handed out to you shortly before the exam, and you will be given 20 minutes to prepare under supervision for the following oral conversation. On the day of the exam, punctual appearance is essential. It is also strongly recommended that you visit the bathroom before the exam begins. The timetable is very strict, so any delay in the operation will cause a noticeable and unwelcome disruption. First, the examinee must confirm their ability to take the exam. If this is not the case, a medical certificate from the same day confirming the inability to take the exam must be submitted immediately. Only then will a re-examination be scheduled at a later date. Depending on the time schedule of the school on that day, the examinee will continue directly with the preparation or will have to spend a short time in the quarantine room. After the task has been handed out, a preparation period of 20 minutes follows, during which a monolingual as well as a bilingual dictionary is available. Pens may be brought along. It is recommended to think of highlighters as well as a biro. Some biros, however, are available in case of need. It is permissible for the examinee to take notes and make marks on the task sheets. Additional paper will be provided in any case and must not be brought along. Likewise, slides and overhead markers are available in the preparation room. These are not expected to be used, but if their use seems appropriate to the examinee, they may use this visualization for their presentation. Overhead projectors are located in each exam room. In the exam, the prepared notes may and should be used, but reading off written text contradicts the idea of the exam. Therefore, it is recommended to use the 3 steps training class. First, read the tasks and text carefully, process the materials by marking and annotating. Then, structure the notes and your ideas relevant to the task, respecting the basic structure of every text with introduction, which presents the topic, a main part, which includes important aspects logically arranged, and a summarizing conclusion. Last, evaluate whether the specific methods of the task have been applied, vocabulary typical of the task, as well as structuring expressions have been used. All the material used by the examinee during the preparation period must be handed in at the end of the examination. Then, finally, the 20-minute exam begins, and afterwards you might possibly need to spend some time in quarantine again. The oral examination itself lasts 20 minutes, of which each of the 2 parts comprises 10 minutes, which again are divided in half into a monologue presentation and a discussion part. In the talk, the examinee first presents his considerations based on his notes on all tasks as fluently and freely as possible, with reference to the material, which all examiners have at hand, so feel free to refer to line 4 or the symbol in the lower right corner. A reading of the notes as well as a reproduction of learned knowledge not related to the task are not in the sense of the examination. The discussion serves the deepening of individual aspects, and the examinee is given the possibility to clarify ambiguities on request or to supply aspects which were missing in the talk. An incoherent querying of individual knowledge by the teachers, though, would be inadmissible here. Further subject areas can also be included in the discussion based on the task set. Here it is possible to go beyond the tasks. The examinee can control this process by addressing appropriate aspects of the topic in which they feel confident. The examinee should not zone out, but should also not be too monosyllabic. The extent of the necessary assistance and the ability to respond to assistance and objections and to introduce further questions into the discussion will also be taken into account later in the assessment. The requirements for the oral examination are basically the same as for written exams. The tasks and material correspond to the level of difficulty of the task worked on in Q4. The two parts of the examination differ in terms of content and method. The task of the oral examinations must give the opportunity to shine in all areas. That means that the same task and descriptors are used as in written exams. So you can expect outline, summarize, analyze or explain, comment on, discuss, assess, justify. The first task presented to the examinee usually consists of an unknown English text of a maximum of 250 words, which can be literary or non-fictional with 2 or 3 assignments. Complicated words may be explained by annotations. However, it's actually expected that the examinee has learned and can use strategies to guess unknown vocabulary. For example, you can guess from the context, or you can deduce the meaning based on word families. You can compare with other languages, or you can interpret the sound of the word. Still, there is always the more time-consuming option to check in the dictionary. Also permitted would be to substitute the text by an English language audio or film of 3 to 5 minutes in length, or a complex visual, meaning cartoons, statistics, graphs, or diagrams. We do not use the last 2 options at Berlin-Kolleg. It is possible that the actual tasks are preceded by the demand to read out a text passage of approximately 45 lines. This can make it easier to start the exam, but the teacher will only give this additional challenge to examinees whom they know to be confident readers. The second task consists of a short statement or quote or visual material, often a cartoon, with 1 assignment on the second exam topic. Always begin here by explaining the quote or describing the image before moving to interpreting. The teacher decides which semester topic will be dealt with in which part of the exam. In the oral exam, the examinee needs to demonstrate that they can present their knowledge and skills independently, coherently, and in a structured manner. This means that the examinee proves their ability by structuring and summarizing facts in their own words in the outline, following a method-based approach in the analysis, so applying PEE, or to call the easier axis, name it, quote it, explain it, and they're showing a strength of argumentation and them expressing an opinion. Using sexy arguments helps to demonstrate it. In addition, the candidate should demonstrate in the oral exam that they are able to respond to questions and comments in a competent and appropriate manner. Decisive for the evaluation are the content-related performance, thus presentation and discussion, communication and interaction, and the linguistic performance. The latter is shown, for example, in the use of various complex sentence structures, such as participle constructions, conditional sentences, relative clauses. In terms of vocabulary, technical terms from relevant lexical fields are particularly important, and above all, the use of structuring expressions in the presentation. Furthermore, pronunciation and intonation, as well as fluency and coherence, are among the evaluation criteria. The language is assessed with 60% and the content with 40%. Within the first part of the exam, with its 2 to 3 assignments, there is no weighing of the tasks, unlike in written exams. Both parts of the examination are evaluated independently of each other and are included in the overall grade with 50%. The examination board consists of 3 teachers who teach a subject at the school, but other teachers may observe. Sometimes a member of the school management also takes part in the examination. Primarily, communication takes place between the examinee and the teacher who taught the course in the full semester and who also designed the tasks. However, all others may also participate by asking questions in the discussion. One of the 3 teachers writes the minutes, so we rarely have eye contact with the examinee. Examiners are not allowed to mimic, gesture, or verbally convey how they like or dislike the examinee's performance, so do not be confused by the neutral facial expressions and behavior of the teachers. The English department wishes you good luck with the exams.